good energy and the good news we have with this super full moon in Capricorn. Okay, y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? My wisdom lights. Let's get to it. All right. So we're gonna start off by talking about what is a full moon. A full moon is all about completions. Okay, completions. Completions around what? The full moon is in Capricorn. So what house do you have Capricorn in? Okay. So you know how we do. Go ahead and get your pen and paper. If you got your natal chart, go ahead and get your natal chart out, my wisdom lights, and let's get down to some things. You know how we are. Remember, we got good karma with Saturn. We are favored by the planet of hard work. Okay. And that is the ruling planet of this full moon today. Okay. The full moon portal is open 2 days before, 2 days after. So if you haven't done nothing yet with the full moon energy, you still have time. Okay. So no pressure, but just remember, Saturn is slow. Take your time. Get things, just figure things out. Sit with self. Awareness is key when we're dealing with full moons, Cancer energy. The sun is in Cancer, Sun Mercury conjunction. Excuse me. So right now the sun is conjunct Mercury, so it's a Kazemi. Kazemi meaning like a planet is being burnt up by the sun. So our minds, our communication, things could be off. So that's why I said right now is a good time to sit, meditate, uh spiritual baths, anything that deal with solitude, cleansing, getting refocused. Okay, that's the energy of this full moon. Besides, like I say, completions. Remember, full moons deal with completing something, something you are done with. What is it? And it could be cosmically. Remember, Capricorn and Cancer are the exit and enter energies of the zodiac. The mother sign of Cancer entering the world into the physical dimension, and then Capricorn, old age, Saturn, Cronus devouring his children, ending. Okay, so that's Capricorn could deal with endings. That's why Aquarius and Pisces energy deal with not being in the physical dimension. All right, so something around, that's why I was talking to a client before the video, like right now is a good time for cord cutting. Okay, cord cutting is a perfect energy, perfect energy to use right now under this full moon of cutting something off, exiting something, closing something out. And that's why I say I love this energy. And this is real good news because we have the node switching around July 14th, between July 14th or July 17th. And the nodes of fate stand a sign, a zodiac sign for 18 months. Okay, we're gonna talk about that a little later. What have you mastered within the last 18 months? We're gonna come back around to that. But I just want to touch on about the nodes of fate. The nodes of fate are switching in 2 weeks to a whole different zodiac sign. So it's like I'm seeing spirit. Like I had a vision before I started the live. It's like spirit showing me doors are closing, things are closing. Because remember, Saturn is the last physical planet that allows you to see like physical planet out there when you look out of space. So it deals with, again, closing doors, something ending, something that you're done with. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I love this energy because I feel it myself that things we are done with. All right, so remember, Capricorn energy is all about I use. Okay, I use. So being able to use your tools. Capricorn is the last earth sign. Okay, you know, earth is stability. So Capricorn is the last earth sign, is cardinal earth. So Capricorn is all about taking off, the manager, the boss, the CEO, the entrepreneur type energy. And really, like I say, somebody just sitting up there authority figure. So say you at work and you see like the district manager coming in, or you see somebody just high power coming in, suits and ties and stuff like that. That's Capricorn energy. Somebody that's very up there, has success, that has like you can feel their presence, their power, their authority energy. Capricorn rules old people, old age, our skin, just things that contain, the structure, the bones, the teeth. Capricorn rules all that. So understanding Capricorn energy, that's the energy right now. I know a lot of people getting their teeth done. I know a lot of people, trying to get surgery and different things like that. I would say it's just, you just have to flow. Sometimes it's a good time, sometimes it's not. The reason why I'm on the fence about right now with getting surgery and stuff like that, Jackie O just passed, a couple months, like a month ago. But also Venus retrograde. I just had my teeth done and I gotta go back. So like I gotta go back next Monday. So it's just a lot with Venus retrograde in the mix of this energy. It's a lot of redos. So if you trying to lose weight, you can do all that. Work on yourself, of course, but just know due to Venus retrograding at the end of July, You're going to be revisiting a lot of things that you're doing right now. Something might be off, something might not be working, and you may have to, flip that plan by time Venus go retrograde in Leo. And remember, what Leo, I'm gonna have to make a video about Venus retrograde. Leo is the spotlight, looking good, your creative energy, your solar plexus chakra, because I've been having that energy going off. The solar plexus right here by your belly button area, all that is going off, and you could just feel it. Like a lot of you will see a lot of people that's lacking confidence, and you will start seeing people that has a lot of confidence energy. Okay, all that's being highlighted right now during this summer. And I mean, this is a hot girl, I mean, this is a hot summer, literally. And a lot of, now that's why I say I love this energy, because it's pushing us to get in the spotlight. It's pushing us to close those doors. This energy is pushing us to really live our authentic truths, our lives, understand, why we're here. That's why I call this video our life purposes are being activated under this full moon. Because like I said, when you got a lot of energies around doors closing, that's God telling you, like, hey, getting ready. You about to have a seasons of shift. You about to be shifted in a new direction. That's why I love this energy. And that's why when you really start studying and diving deep into astrology and understanding the planets as energies, as personalities, and really connecting to the planet, because that's called an empath. When you are empath, you're able to connect to all things, animals, plants, just you'll be able to connect. So when you start studying astrology, you'll be able to connect and understand the planets. And Saturn energy is all about, yeah, he tough. Yeah, he did what he did to his children. You got, that's nothing. You got to know your backstory with the planets as well, to understand their energies and who they are at their core. Yes, Saturn can deal with devouring shit. That's why I said boss CEO energy up there. In order to get to that mountaintop, you gotta cut. You gotta cut some people. You gotta stab some people. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you follow me. So with this energy of Saturn, the planet Saturn, it also, like, Saturn is also the container. It's like I gotta get structure. Every planet has a good energy. Every planet has a low energy. Low vibration, yeah, that's cutting bitches down, cutting people out. Doing people dirty to get to the top. But the higher octave of Saturn energy is, again, structure, alignment, doing the hard work, staying those late hours, sacrificing Christmas or Thanksgiving, holidays, birthdays, to get the work done, because you're the entrepreneur, you're the only one there, you can't rely on your work. See what I'm saying? That's Saturn energy of getting things done. Also the parent, the disciplinarian, all that can be coming up right now. A lot of parents could be disciplining their children in a certain type of way. All the parents, all the children, the older children could be really helping the parents out right now with this Capricorn full moon, trying to get them to bounce up or get to the next level in their lives as well. Because remember, you having children, that's why I say you got to know the story of Saturn Chronos, what he did to his children. Because he didn't want his children to overthrow him, he ate them, he devoured them. Okay, so but they were saved by the younger brother Zeus. Like I say, go research the story. You understand what I'm talking about to understand more about this energy of Saturn. But Saturn also is truth. He gets down to the truth. He gets down to the nitty gritty. Again, that boss CEO entrepreneur energy happening right now. So what is in your life right now? You have to get down to the truth. Get down to the details. Remember, Pluto is the Lord of the underworld, the detector planet, the hidden planet. Because remember, every planet after Saturn is hidden. So, after Saturn, you got Uranus, Chiron, Neptune, Pluto, Eris, a whole slew of planets and asteroids behind Saturn. So a lot of things right now maybe pushing you. Well, Pluto is in Capricorn, so there's a lot of truths coming up. Because literally after we have the full moon, the moon will move over to meeting up with Pluto, and she will get some downloads of truth, things being exposed. Pain, trauma, could be death. Somebody could be dying this time. There's a lot of exiting. Okay, remember, I just said that earlier. Capricorn energy deal with exiting the planet. Okay, old age, like I just said earlier, what Capricorn rules. All those things coming up. Now remember, Pluto is here, so this is some very, very transformative energies happening right now for our lives, and I love it. Once you really dive deep into your spirituality and understand your spirituality, you'll get the feel of, like, I trust more. I trust my higher power. I trust the divine plan. I just trust. That's why I be so hard on my students and my clients and stuff like that to really get on their astrology journey, because it allows you to really flow. It gives you that peace of mind. Like, okay, astrology is like the weather. Listen to that. Write that down, my wisdom lights. Astrology is like the weather. So tracking it and understanding what the planets are doing, because you have a birthday every year. The planets are still moving. Your astrology chart is your, oh, good. Thank God I have one right here. Your astrology chart is just your screenshot. Okay, the planets still move, honey. The planets still move. We call it in astrology a progress chart, but we ain't gonna get you on a progress chart just yet. You have to be studying astrology like 3 to 4 years just to get into the progress, because it takes a lot to understand your charts. Okay, it takes a lot. Now, as you see here, this is how I print out my readings for my customers that get astrology readings with me. I'm very detailed. If you haven't noticed by now on my channel, I don't play about information. You know, I'm already called my business spiritual guru Athena LLC. You know, so you just research Athena, understand Athena energy as well. That great wisdom, that great mother energy of that battle strategy, that wisdom, that war energy. And plus, I have a background of being a coach, a dance coach for 10 years. I have trained girls to get the gold medal. So my energy is all about getting what you need to achieve success. My hands have success energy. My energy is success. So with that, when you work with me, you get down to the nitty gritty of what it is you need to succeed here on the physical dimension. Going back to Capricorn, Capricorn Saturn rules the matrix. Capricorn Saturn rules the physical dimension. Anything solid, anything you could touch, anything that's, tangible, real, that's Capricorn Saturn. Just see how this is made, the blade, how the blade coming out, the container that's containing this blade, that is Saturn Capricorn energy, okay, containing the structure. You see the screw in here, that's all Capricorn Saturn energy containment. You see how your skin is containing everything on the inside. Capricorn Saturn rules the skin, okay? Just keep that in mind. So write that down for your notes for astrology on what Saturn Capricorn energy is, okay? We also have the planet, the full moon squaring Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, but that's what they call him in astrology. Me, I've taken another one of my astrology friends' words. She say she don't call Chiron the wounded healer. She called Chiron the wound heal, the wound healer, not the wounded healer, the wound healer. Okay, because that's his resume. You research him. He has a long legacy of teaching the gods and goddesses, training their children. Like, why would you stamp that man calling him wounded? I would say he's the wound healer. He's the medicine man. He's that shaman energy. He's the alchemist. When you understand where his planet position in the cosmos, he is positioned between Saturn, his father, because yeah, he's the child of Saturn as well. He a rape baby, so that's part of his story as well. Like, it's deep. His story is very, very deep. But his position is between Saturn and Uranus, his grandfather. So with that, they call him sometimes the Rainbow Bridge. So when Chiron comes into play, it's something about bridging the gap with something. It could be ancestry healing. It could be some deep trauma healing that has been over lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime that you really need to heal in the subconscious mind, the psyche, what's going on the inside of the head. Chiron is in Aries, so it could be around self-worth, not being chosen, not having the confidence, or just feeling stuck right now. Everybody could be feeling stuck, but with that goes into awareness, y'all. You got to be aware. You got to get down to the work ethic, okay? That's one of my things, too. I want to ask y'all, do y'all have a checklist? My wisdom lies, if you under me, you study under me, you working with me, I'm all about work, the work ethic. So with that, do you have a checklist? Are you being consistent? Saturn Capricorn is the rule of time. Remember, the sun goes around 365, once a year, 12 months. Saturn comes around the zodiac every 30 years. Saturn takes time, okay? Saturn is a very slow moving planet. People think they're grown at 21, 18. No. Your Saturn return, just like how we have the sun return every year, your Saturn return is between the age of 27 and 30 years old. That's why a lot of people die off before the age of 27, because they can't take the physical reality. They couldn't take that karma. They couldn't take life. They couldn't take reality. So if you make it past the age of 27, that's like a graduation. That when I started doing that for my students, I started like hosting like graduation parties or sending them gifts and stuff like that when they have their Saturn return, because that's a congratulation. You made it through the threshold. You crossed that bridge. That's your true graduation when you have your first Saturn return, okay? But we gonna talk about the second Saturn return. That's in your 60s, okay? But yeah, so your first Saturn return is all about again graduating. Have you mastered life? Have you mastered wherever Saturn is sitting at in your natal chart? That's why I say you have to know your natal chart. Like this person here, they have their Saturn. Let's see what I can show you. They have their Saturn in the third house. Okay, so this person Saturn return, when Saturn comes back around in their chart, Saturn asking that person, hey, have you mastered the third house theme? So researching the third house, researching the house wherever you have Saturn at. So Saturn will ask you with that Saturn return, it's like, hey, have you mastered everything the third house rule? Have you mastered communication? Have you mastered being a sibling? Have you mastered making your own business? Because third house also rules like entrepreneurial, self-marketing energy. Have you mastered your mind? Have you mastered keeping up with a car? Third house rule cars and stuff like that. Local travel, things like that. Like everything third house. Communication. Third house is communication. So Saturn, wherever your Saturn is placed, it will ask you those things when you have that Saturn return. Now also find out where you have the house of Capricorn. Capricorn, this full moon in Capricorn will let you know where you be done at, what you completing, what really are you changing. Like I have mine in the 10th house. So if you go to my website now, you'll see that I uploaded a lot of new things on the website. I have been working. Saturn in my 10th. Really, Saturn rules the 10th house. I'm lucky I have Saturn in his ruling house. So there's double emphasis on. That's why I say I'm gonna work hard. Like work structure, getting things done. That's why I'm in the position I'm in, because the universe knew that okay, this soul, Cedric's soul, is about work. This soul can go down here and do that hard work. This soul can go out there and be the janitor, get on his knees and get to the ground, get to the pavement, and get to work. This soul can teach people, go through the grits of being a parent to those children, or stepping up as that fairy godfather figure energy. You see what I'm saying? That energy for their children. That's where that's kind of like a good karmic thing, because I have Saturn in the 10th in Capricorn. So that's like when I look at that, yeah, it can deal with a hard life, but a hard life that leads to success. Saturn wants me to be strong, structured, well put together. That's how I look at it. Other regular people that have it, they may look at it like, oh, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. I had a hard life, baby. Shift your perspective. That's the number one. That's the first thing when I start working with people on my that comes to me for sessions and stuff. I ask them like, hey, once they do their spiel and tell me about everything they're going through, okay, I say, okay, what's the action plan? Why you here? What you want me to do? Let's get it. Let's go. How much work are you willing to do? Are you a consistent person? Some people just told me no just over the weekend. I said, okay, that's something we're gonna work on. We're gonna work on that lazy energy. We could work on that. First, we got to get the chakras and your energy in alignment. That was Saturn won't. Remember, Saturn is the planet of structure. Do you have can you work that 12-hour shift? Can you build this contraption without complaining? Can you do the work? Saturn gonna X all that. That's what this full moon is all about. Yeah, it's Cancer season. Yeah, we have to face our emotions and flow, but at the same time, you can't mellow in it. You can't sit in those emotions like that. You have to get up and do the work. Okay, so that's the main thing I want y'all to do. That's why I say our life purpose will be activated under this full moon. All right, and like I said, the full moon energy is still open. The portal is still open, so you're not too late of doing your work. Okay, where is Saturn today? Today Saturn is in. He just went in the sign of Pisces back in March. He's staying in the sign for like 2 years. But like I said, that's why it takes him 30 years to go all the way around the zodiac sign. He stays in the sign for like 2.5 years, 2.5, 3-ish years. Okay, so right now he's in the sign of Pisces. So this full moon is going to look to the ruler. Where is Saturn? In Pisces. So where is Pisces at in your chart? Pisces rule over escapism, illusions, drug addicts, the mentally insane, the 12th house energy, being trapped, locked away, the mother's womb, the 12th house, I wish I could show you. Okay, so this is the ascendant right here. Okay, this is the ascendant, and this is the 12th house. I don't know if you can see the number 12. The 12th house is behind you. 11, 12, like this. And the 10th house up here. Well, Capricorn traditionally rules the 10th, but the 12th house is back here. This is what Pisces traditionally rule. Okay, but everybody don't have Pisces in the 12th house. Everybody not an Aries rising. Okay, but the 12th house themes is coming up right now because Saturn is there. So Saturn is asking you to stop escaping. break those false illusions, whatever lies you've been telling yourself, whatever delusions means you've been dealing with. Saturn is really revealing the sickness, the ill that's inside of people's souls right now, and it's coming up. That's why I say a lot of people can exit under this full moon in Capricorn because they can't take it anymore. They have to exit, they have to leave. And that's, again, that's not bad. That's good for that soul. That soul finally gets to rest. That soul finally gets to do another journey in the spirit realm. I know for myself, like for fact, that life, there is life after death. There is life in the spirit realm. I have been through so many spiritual initiations. Personally, like, again, if you have a one-on-one conversation with me, you can ask me that. I'm very transparent about my journey. It may not make sense. You might think like, "Oh, this bitch weird," like, no, but like, "Oh, this person been through some things." But if you look through our history, if you're a historian, I was supposed to go to school to be a history teacher and coach dance at a school. It didn't work out, but I did take history classes. I love history. So if you look out throughout the ages and stuff, you'll see like all the spiritual stuff, like how Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, got pregnant by Jesus, by God. It's a whole lot of things. Jesus walking around healing people, turning wheat, bread, and different things, turning water into wine, working his spiritually. But remember, Jesus didn't start that journey till 33 years old. Okay, so that's another thing people got to realize. Like, it's a lot of things around lock and key. Sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, I just wish I would have had this information like years sooner." I wish I did too. I wish I had me a spiritual advisor coming out of going into college. Going, I wish I had me somebody to talk to, and that could be coming up right now with this Cancer energy, overflow of emotions. But now you do. Now you have the resources. Now you have the technology to heal, heal what you need to heal, face what you need to face, break those cycles. Because see, it's a spiral. Pisces energy could lead you down the sinkhole in the ocean, like the currents, rushing against the currents. With Saturn is retrograde right now. So right now you could be dealing with some powerful psychic attacks. So right now I want all my wisdom lights to write this down, amp up your spiritual protection, amp up your spiritual wisdom. Take a spiritual class, book that session with your favorite spiritual advisor, get a reading right now, get some clarity over your life, do something to get your grip on reality. That's what Saturn and Pisces is asking everybody, the collective, right now. Can you master the currents? Can you master being in reality? Like, do you have issues with escaping? And Saturn gonna ask you that, because Saturn is really busting down any lies you've been telling yourself, any illusions you've been living, anything that's not been real. Right now, I feel it. And a couple clients been reaching out saying, "Oh my God, I feel a shift. I feel like I'm inside my body." Right now, you cannot astral project that hard. You cannot escape your body. You have to face reality right now. That's why I said, get that checklist. Just get to work. Just start working. Okay, y'all, working on self, doing what you got to do to make your physical journey, your physical dimension journey here on the earth plane easy. Okay, that's one of my goals in my business, to get my people good, clear your old karma, get you some new karma. Adjust all the spiritual tools and stuff I make is to help you. The braces, everything I make and sell is to help you live a comfortable life. The Reiki healing, all that is good for living a comfortable life, getting in alignment, doing those spiritual baths. All that falls under that Pisces energy of healing work. Now again, if you don't do the healing work, you'll be subtle to all the demonic attacks, the spiritual attacks, especially if you're sexually active. All that stuff, especially if you're a hustler, you're a hard worker, or a person has a weak immune system. Oh my God, those are the worst. The ones that have a weak immune system, they get attacked so easily, my God. So please focus on your wellness. That's why I wrote down here on the notes for wellness. Make sure you're focusing on your wellness. Make sure you're focusing on your health. Health is the correlation to the Pisces 12th house energy. Okay, so make sure you're working on it. But again, you got to know your chart. Where is Pisces for you? Again, going back to my example chart, for this person, Pisces is their 11th house. Okay, Pisces is their 11th house. All right, so for that person, it could be friendships. It could be gaining a following. The 11th house deal with following, supporters, friends, finding out who their real friend is, finding out any lies or falsehood or BS or mess their friend been talking about. And I do know she did lose a friend. That's interesting. She did. So yeah, okay. I gotta put that down. Lord Jesus. Okay, yeah. So that's interesting because I'm very tapped in. So as soon as I touched that, I realized who that was, and it just hit me that person did lose that. Like, This stuff is real, y'all. Astrology is real. Don't play with it. Understand it. Work with it. Use it for your benefit. Because again, I always tell my clients, especially the ones I do recap sessions. Once you get a reading with me, I do recaps, and I tell you, it's like an onion, just like this thing shaped. It's like an onion. So you got to keep doing recap sessions to peel back the onion and keep going deeper, okay? Because this is a lot. This is a lot to process. It's a lot. Astrology is a lot. So I always tell my people, hey, take your time. Get the readings just to get the ball rolling, just to start. Because when you do things, the universe is watching. The angels, the faith, the answers, everybody watching. So it's like what you put out, you get back. So you telling God, the universe, like, hey, I want to start my astrology journey. You get a reading. You focus on this. Whatever you focus on will persist. Okay. So focus on your healing. Focus on what you have to do to get to your highest good. But like I say, when people come to me for their recap session, I play my gospel music in the background, and I have it like this. I say, here you go. This is your Lamb's Book of Life. You know how they say when you get to heaven, when you exit Capricorn, all this is Capricorn energy. When you exit and cross over and get to the which heaven, because there's different levels to heaven. Well, that's another conversation for another time. But when you get to your destination in the spirit realm, I make people feel like, hey, when you get your chart, they say when you get to heaven, you get your name in the Lamb's Book of Life. I treat the astrology readings like that, your Lamb's Book of Life. This is you. My name ain't on it. This your time of birth. This is you. This is not Cedric. This is you. Okay, this is not your child, your mama, your dad. This is not you. All of me here though. It breaks it down in here. But this is your script. This is your Lamb's Book of Life. This is your map here on the physical dimension. Remember that. Millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do. Okay, I just wanted that's JP Morgan quote. Okay, JP Morgan, that's his quote. So just keep that in mind. Using astrology is knowing the battlefield, knowing the script of your life. Okay, knowing the script. Beautiful, beautiful tool. I love it. And I coined this too. I just told somebody this at the dentist last week. She was asking spiritual questions, and I told her, like, hey, she's like, where to start? Astrology, baby. You got to know who you are before you try to figure out anything else. You don't know who self is, it ain't gonna work. And that was Saturn and Capricorn. It's all about knowing the self so you can get to the mountaintop. That's Capricorn energy, okay? And that Cancer energy is their wellness, their mother energy. Have you been mothering yourself? You're trying to get to the top, but your ankle hurt. You're trying to work, but your back hurt. You're trying to work, but you have a headache and stomach pains. What's going on right now. The wellness is coming up for everybody. Have you been taking care of the soul, Cancer? Have you been taking care of your feminine energy, the mother inside yourself? Have you? Okay, all those questions coming up. So I really want y'all to dive deep into that spiritual work this week over the next 2 days. Okay, and remember, Capricorn rules the 10th house, the world. So the world is shifting. That's why I say a lot of exit plans, things, people could be born, people could be leaving out right now. There's a lot of shifts, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of like I said earlier, doors closing, doors open up. And I love it because that's letting us know we shifting. Okay, we getting somewhere, we going somewhere, we not staying stuck. I love that energy. Okay, but we also have let's see, I wanted to talk about more. I talked about the discipline, Capricorn, Saturn with the discipline, the boundaries, all that's coming up too. The boundaries, the responsibility, the Saturn in Pisces, the container energy, being contained, confined, being stuck in your reality, but also stuck in your body and having to face whatever going on. So if you've been doing the work, you good. You good. Like my wisdom lights, if you watching these videos and working with me behind the scenes, taking your sessions, doing your spiritual baths, having your altar up, giving your God, your high power, they time, you doing the work, you fine. You should be fine. You should be good. You in alignment. You have nothing to worry about. All you got to worry about is your health and getting your money and making sure you having fun and living life. Okay, that's all we can do. I tell people that's all you can do is just take it a day at a time and live life. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus because it's a lot of energy coming through, and a lot of people, ancestors, is coming through. Yeah, so a portal is open for the ancestors around. The veil is thin. Neptune just went retrograde Friday, so a lot of clarity, a lot of dreams, a lot of messages. My dreams been overload. People been contacting me, karmics, men I left alone, a long time ago. They're trying to come back, talking to me my dreams. I ain't get back, baby. Get on back, okay? But like I say, this is good energy because we having shifts. The doors are closing, new doors are open. So now let's talk about the nose shifting around the 14th 17th of July. Then after that, we getting ready for Venus retrograde. After Venus retrograde, late July, we have Jupiter retrograde, Uranus retrograde. This is retrograde season, so a lot of karma, a lot of things, a lot of people coming back, a lot of things are being played out. Of course, for your highest good. Yeah, it may be painful. Yeah, it could be heavy because Capricorn, Pisces energy is heavy. Leo energy is very light. So get out, be social if you can. Work on your solar plexus. Work with the crystal carnelian. Work with sunstone. We're gonna pull some crystal cards in a minute, right? In a minute, y'all. But we got to get down to our health, wellness, and making sure we energize and straight so we can live a good life here. But remember, the nodes stay in the sign for 18 months. Like I said earlier, they stay in the sign for 18 months, and they have been in the North Node, New Karma, North Node. Write that down. New Karma, North Node. The North Node is New Karma. I tell my clients, look at the North Node like a new credit card. Follow me, stay with me. Okay, the South Node, you have the North Node facing this way. Okay, we've gone that way. That's the North Node. The South Node is behind. We're going the tail of the dragon. Okay, in Hindu they call it Rahu the head, Ketu the tail. Okay, so with that we going. The North Node is headed that way. The nodes go backwards, so they leaving out of Taurus and going into Aries. They go backwards. That's just how I go. Okay, so it's going. The North Node is heading back to Aries. Okay, so but the South Node is switching to Libra. Okay, so it's leaving out of Taurus, Scorpio, and switching to Aries, Libra. Okay, so again, Venus ruled Taurus and Venus ruled Libra, so it's still a theme around Venus energy, love, self-worth. So the past 18 months, have you mastered Taurus energy? Taurus is self-worth, my money, mine, everything you could touch, possess, physically grow, things like that. Picture the cow and the pasture, the farm. Picture farmers have all the tools, they home, their family, they house, they work, they grow things for the community. That's all Taurus energy, hard work, your own business, things you could touch. That's why I say like the second, third house deal with your own business type energy. Okay, but Scorpio energy as well. You got to answer the South Node. The South Node exists too. So the South Node has been in Scorpio. Have you healed your sexual trauma? Have you mastered your sexuality? Have you mastered like other? The Scorpio is other people money. Have you transformed? Have you faced your demons, your shadow? Scorpio rules the underworld, below ground. Taurus rule above ground. So over the past 18 months, have you mastered all that Scorpio energy? Have you mastered or have you left alone? Have you left those other people alone, those toxic situations, things that's not helping your good, your highest good? Have you left that alone? The North Node face towards Taurus. Have you mastered all that good things Taurus have to offer? I mean, soon as like for me, I noticed you start feeling the energy of the node switching like 4 months prior. I remember the node switching towards December 2021. I started getting my hair braided and done my going back to the gym like that September of 2021. So me looking back, it was like okay, the nose started playing out 4 months prior. I started getting the hair done, nails. Well, I've been having nails, started working on my nails, but I started getting the hair done, my braids and stuff. Like okay, that self worth energy growing. As soon as the nose switched that December, my friend was like, "Come on, we're gonna get us some seafood. We're going to this new seafood, like new things around Taurus, and the Taurus rule over the throat, the food." So I started eating more spinach, more leafy greens, more broccoli. Y'all, I'm 30 years old, and I was 29 at that time. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, so I just had tried broccoli for the first time at 21 years old. So with that, you have to realize, okay, what are the new foods, the new nourishment, the new good self-worth things I have gained? Okay, even down to women, the friendships. Have you met new lovers, or hell, could be karmic relationships? I know I had a karmic relationship came up over the past 18 months. I had to go through. That could have happened for a lot of people. Okay, but again, you got to know your chart. You got to know what those energies are. For me, I had Taurus in the second, Scorpio in the eighth, so it was a karma relationship had to come up for me. But you might be different. You have to know your chart. Also, again, okay, so now they're switching into Aries and Libra. The south first, the north node was leading Venus. Now the south node will be on Venus energy, Libra. Okay, so now you gained your self-worth. That's why you saw a lot of people having divorces last fall, because a lot of women, Nia Long, Tia Mowry, who else, a lot of people started divorcing. A lot of women was like, because of course the scandals, everything started breaking out, but a lot of people started gaining their self-worth. They started pulling the energy back. They started doing the things they needed for self. I got to make sure I'm straight. I got to make sure me. So now anybody else, any residual residue that is still playing out in karma relationships is about to be done. Once the node switch into the south node switch into Libra, it's over with. It's done. Anybody relationship, I know a lot of couples been going through divorce. It's about everything about to get finalized. Everything about to get done. Everything is about to be done. You about to really find that true. Either some people might be getting into new relationships, or some people might be just taking a break. I got to get back to Aries. I got to get back to myself. I got to make sure I'm good before I get in a relationship with anybody else. I got to make sure my heart, my head, Aries ruler head. I got to make sure my head is straight. I got to make sure my mental health. I got to make sure me. I got to make sure I'm straight. That's Aries energy, okay? Confidence, Mars, the warrior, the hero. That's Mars, Aries energy. That's all coming up. I have to do what's best for me. Even Mars rule over sexual desires. Really finally mastering sexuality, your own sexuality, and being comfortable with who you are. Everybody, I just told this to somebody earlier, like everybody loves to be called, oh, I'm a goddess, oh, I'm a god, oh, I'm this and this. But have you mastered sexuality? Have you mastered, different things? You're here on the earth plane to experience, so get out your own way. Try something new sometimes. You don't like it, that's fine. But try new things, test things out, date that person, see how it go. It might blow your mind. You never know what God is trying to do for you. Remember, you here on the earth plane for a reason. Experience life. I always tell people, yeah, it may be a hell dimension, but we rising out of the hell dimension. That's why a lot of people exiting, and it's so hard to stay negative. You got to really rise that vibration up. You got to, if you want to stay here on the physical dimension. Okay. Or if you stay here, if you're a high vibrational person, you sensitive to energies, and you do your spiritual work, you're not going to be around, you can't be around negative people. It's like y'all live in two different worlds. Okay. Is that easy? Y'all could be passing each other up on the freeway. You can pass people up in the hallway, but you may be more high vibration. That person may be negative, and y'all just cannot come together. You just can't, because the energy is just too low and too high. Okay, so I just want to remind you of that, because some negative people might still have to stay on the planet. Okay, but it just y'all paths won't cross too hard like that, because they too low, they too negative. All right, and that's coming up with the Aries Libra energy. It's like you have to honor self. I cannot give to you or pour into you if I'm not straight. And that's about to be everybody, what? Capricorn, Saturn, truth. Okay, that's what this full moon is bringing up. The truth. Can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Saturn Capricorn is heavy handed. You can't go crying to your Capricorn friend. You can't. Capricorn, if you go, you need to go find a Cancer, Scorpio. No, leave the Scorpios. Well, no, Scorpios make great counselors. Or your Pisces friend, you can cry on their shoulder. You can't cry on a Capricorn shoulder. They'll tell you, like, okay, you crying, but what you gonna do? You gonna stay with them. You gonna continue to get beat. Or what you gonna do? You gonna stay at that job? What you gonna do? That's Capricorn. You go to a Capricorn friend. If you cry, they gonna give you a plan. Like how I got this written out. Capricorn gonna give you a plan. Okay, so what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're not about to sit it in and be crying in my face. That's Capricorn. It just is what it is, y'all. That's the energy. Capricorn is the top of the mountain. It's a cold sign. It's a cold sign. It is what it is. Straight shooter. Straight. It's a cardinal energy. Cardinal energy is straight shooters energy. It's cardinal energy start the seasons. So that's Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra. Those are cardinal energy. So action is about to be taken right now with the node switching into cardinal energy. Aries, Libra. Okay. So that's just is what it is, y'all. You gotta bust a move right now. Like I say, the nodes are switching in the next 2 weeks. So right now with this full moon, you're getting the activations, you're getting the downloads, and I'm thinking people been getting the activations. Right now, it's just being digested. Right now, you find like, okay, enough is enough. I gotta put action behind my vision board. I gotta put action behind everything. It's the half of the year mark. It's the mark of the half of the year. So now we got 6 months left for 2023. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? But now we about to get into some cards, y'all. We about to get into some things. We about to get into some things, okay? We about to get into some truth of what spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, my spirit team. All right, we about to get into some things. And again, I appreciate everybody for all y'all love and support on the channel, the website, the businesses. I love y'all so much. You know I do. Y'all know, if you know me, you know, if you've been watching me, talking to me behind the scenes, working with me, buying my product, you know I love my people. You know I love what I do. You know I'm very easy to talk to. Again, bringing up my resume again, a dance coach for 10 years, had trained over 300 some girls, okay? Different high schools, my own team, all that jazz. But with that, it comes great wisdom, okay? Make sure you have your incense going. You know, get your peace, okay? But with that, it gives me the ability to connect. I know how to connect, I know how to read, I know how to get the job done and train, okay? I have a good eye. So being a coach, you have to have a good eye. So that's just to let you know that. Y'all, a lot of people don't understand that. That's why I bring it back up, because bitch, I have good eyes, okay? I have good eyes, I can see. Okay, so let's see, spirit, what messages you have for this Capricorn full moon? What you want me to relate? Oh, all right. Y'all know how we do. It flies out. What you want me to relate to the people? What you want me to relate to the people? The past 6 months have been heavy, heavy spirit. What you want me to relate? Ooh, come on. Thank you. What you want me to relate to the people? Ooh, all right. We got action, baby. So it looked like love is in the air. We got patience. We got Neptune energy involved. You know, Saturn is in Pisces. We got a little Neptune. Let me clear my screen. It's kind of blurry. We got Neptune energy involved. So this is some patience needed, some clarity needed, some energy around. Ooh, some energy around like a weight. Okay, that's the sign. I'm trying to make sure y'all. I'm working with different angles. Okay, so this card is all about the hang one, the hangman. It's all about Jesus. If you flip it, it's like that person is that crisis energy. Okay, so they're hanging upside down, waiting for something, waiting for a release, waiting to go. So remember that you will know when your time is to strike. So it makes sense with the hangman crowning the deck, the crowning the reading. Spirit wants you to face this crisis. You could be, like I said, battling those final demons, because the nose about to switch out of Taurus and Scorpio. Remember, Scorpio rules the underworld, hidden beneath. Just like how that water submarine thing fell to the bottom of the ocean, that Scorpio energy, like sinking to the bottom of that water. Okay, so but it could be surface, and things could be coming up to truth. Below surface could be rising up to the truth, clarity about the seas, underworld. Even Little Mermaid movie came out with the nose in Taurus and Scorpio, so that means something too, like how she was below surface and she came up to above ground. So a lot of things are surfacing right now. A lot of things are coming to light for the collective, for you individually, for you to face and deal with. Okay, and that was spirit is showing me. You dealing with relationships. You dealing with how you relate to yourself. Cancer energy right now, the sun in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer, Venus in Leo, Venus retrograding in Leo. So it's all about the self right now and taking care of you, but also how you are able to relate to others. Are you easy to connect? Do you have heart chakra blockages? Do you have issues with relating? Are you fed up? Do you have any anger, residual pain from past relationships in your body? You know, why are you not reaching back out? As you can see in the card, her hand is out, but her hand is not. So it's like, again, can you receive? Can you truly receive the love you keep asking for? Can you truly receive that soulmate you truly want? Remember, you may be blocked from love or physical love for a reason. Okay, remember, blockages ain't always bad. Blockages mean could deal with protection. That's why I say you got to know your chart, especially when I look at a person that has Jupiter conjunct. This is a conjunction in astrology. It's conjunct. Two planets is one. A conjunction, if you got Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in your chart, that's letting me know out the gate that person has to wait. That person has to, they may see their life, oh my God, I'm blocked because I got like 4 clients like that. They got Jupiter conjunct Saturn. They may seem like, oh my God, when is gonna come? When this person come? When you block for a reason. It's a karmic block, but is a block of protection. Jupiter involved is protection. Even Saturn, I look at Saturn as protection as well. Because remember, Saturn, if you go back to the earlier of this video, Saturn is all about, again, structure. Have you, oh, geez, I'm taking with chills. I hope she, oh my God, send this video to her. Have you structured your life to receive that person? Have you structured your life to hold and carry that love here on the physical dimension? Maybe that love's still stuck in the spirit realm. Maybe a demon or something is blocking your love life in the spirit realm. You might have to do some spiritual cleaning, spiritual work to get that demon or that entity off your love life that's blocking. Like I do Reiki healings all the time. I have 5 girls, like over the past 3 years of me doing my Reiki. I like Reiki wise, I have 5 girls get pregnant due to the Reiki healings and stuff like that. Getting it, I seen spirit show me when I put that crystal incense in my arm. Cause I got a crystal that look like a sword. I put that crystal on it because when you get a point, that energy is able to focus. I put that incense. I'm gonna show you just what I did. I put that incense in that crystal just like that, and did just like that. Not on her direct, on her skin, but I did just like that to get it off. I don't know why. I just was flowing. Cause when you're a Reiki healer or a healer, you flow with energy. So my higher self was taking over, and in a blink of an eye, I saw my higher self grab that not a, I don't know, not a tick, but like a leech, like a implant entity looking thing off her uterus, and 2 weeks later the baby got pregnant. That's one of the girls. A couple other girls had to do a couple Reiki sessions, a couple healing sessions, because they had a lot of blockages. To their uterus area, they sacred their root chakra to receive their baby, but also their heart. They had issues with their feminine energy. That's another thing. When women have issues with getting pregnant, it be a lot of blockages to their own feminine energies most times. Or it could be protection. God may be saying, no, you might not need a child for that person, because again, children are karmic. It is what it is, good or bad. Take it or leave it. You like it or you don't. Children are karmic. Okay? Yeah, I'm 31. I don't have no physical kids. I have a lot of kids in the spirit realm. I saw my kids. That's why I was able to coach over 300 girls, because I have that mother in it. I know who I am. I know who I am. Okay? But a lot of people that don't have kids, it could be a reason for you to ascend, because children are karma. When you have a lot of kids or this many, this, that's a lot of karma on you, because again, that child has a natal chart. That child has a natal chart. Every time you have a child, each child will be born with a natal chart, a story, a map, and each child will have a moon sign. The moon correlates to the mother. So every time you have a child, there's more karma on you, on you, on you. That's why when you see a lot of siblings and stuff, each child look at the parent different, because each one has a karmic loop with their parent. That's why I say be careful having children. Children are karmic, good or bad. Okay, it is what it is, good or bad. But with this full moon, it is around completion. This is the 10 of Swords. So this is completion around mental blockages, mental attacks, things that's working against you, not working out in your highest good, things that are really hurting you. You can't be distracted no more. When this card, I'm looking at this card, it's telling me, spirit saying they can't be distracted. You have to face your reality. You have to face what you have to face in this physical dimension. You have to face that love. You have to face that money block. You have to face things. You have to face it. You have to face it. And that's the main thing is coming up, because it's like this is like a love reading. Once you heal and face those shadows and get transformed, the king or your inner masculine will be healed. So this is like a divine feminine reading, like in the sense of like people that have been having issues with love, money. It could be healed under this full moon with this King of Pentacles. Because if it would have been the Queen of Pentacles can come through physically. But remember, women are more emotional sometimes than men in a certain way. You follow me? Or they're more in tune. So they could be easily distracted by other people, because women are in tune. You could pick up on shit. You might get easily distracted. But with this King of Pentacles coming, with his leg crossed, his eyes closed, the Taurus bull at the top, this somebody is in stable energy. This somebody is happy. This somebody is comfortable. This somebody that has done the work, and the fruits of their labor have manifested. This somebody with a plan. This somebody with a game plan. So this is letting me know that even though you've been through hell, you will have support at the end. Even though you've been through all this up and down, love, life, money, you will have the support in the end. You will have your just due. You will have your victory. That's the word I heard. Let's get some guidance call. What guidance is working with this full moon? I knew it, Bloom. My girl always come out. If you've been watching me on TikTok, y'all, my wisdom lights, Akar, your love's coming out. This card would blossom when I was doing when I was live on TikTok. She always would come out blossoming. It gives me Venus and Libra vibes. Okay, that you see that beautiful white Venetian color. I love it. She says you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. So this telling me, yeah, we going through some major healing cycles. We going through a lot of karmic loops breaking right now with this full moon. What is below the surface is rising up with this demon popping his head out. Okay, so face those demons, y'all. Face it. Get that spiritual protection. Do the work so you can have a comfortable life here. Because it's like once you get through this hurdle and you get the peace, it's like a roller coaster. You face the shit here, you get good here, but you got some more healing and transformation to do. But once you get through this loop, you good. And that's, I'm looking at like the full moon, the nose of switching into Aries and Libra in 2 weeks, and boom, Venus retrograde. Because remember, retrogrades, they were receiving something. That's what Spirit talks about. Retrogrades, they were receiving something. So when Venus retrograde, it could be you getting something back. You could be receiving something, okay? You could be receiving something. I like this. So just be patient. That's the main thing this guide is saying. Be patient. And you got to be patient with this healing. Because just think about it. You got to pull out each of those swords. You got to pull all that out. It's just some more stuff to unpack. That's what I'm thinking. I'm feeling this full moon going to do. Unpack some things for you to face. But also give a lot of people that have been doing this work. Or this really for people that ain't been doing the work. If you've been doing your work, this is going to be easy. Like your journey is always going to be easy because you do the work. You do the work. It's going to be easy. So let's see, Spirit. Let's see. What Ascendant Master is working with this full moon in Capricorn? Okay. Who this is? This is my boy. Kathumi. Kathumi came out. That's how you say it, Kathumi. Okay. Kathumi says cloak of wisdom. Okay. So it is balancing masculine and feminine energies because he got the Ankh on. He got the Ankh, the Egyptian Ankh on his necktie right there. So he's saying you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So Capricorn is a very intuitive sign. I know a lot of Capricorns is very, very intuitive. So with that, Spirit is telling me that you know what to do. You have the keys. You know what to do right now. You know you got to heal. You know you got blockages. Why you not doing the work? Why you not doing the necessary steps to have a comfortable life here on the physical dimension? That's what's coming up. And I'm hearing checklist, game plan. Like this Capricorn energy is really solidifying the new you, the new dimension. Because I mean, this after this fall, after this healing, because these two women are naked. So this deal with a rebirth. Because I told you the moon is, well, she already did it already. She gonna meet up with Pluto and Capricorn. So this is a lot of energy around transformation, because Pluto is again the Lord of transformation, Lord of the underworld. So he gonna come in like he that Grim Reaper energy. He gonna come in and say, it's time's up. You gotta pay the piper. It's time for you to transform. It's time for you to leave this state of energy, this state of dimension, and move over to this type of dimension. Okay. Remember, not all, when I say death, not all death leads to physical death. It could be an energetic death, meaning, you might have to cut off some people. You might have to move. You might have to switch jobs. You might have to get a new car. You might have to start losing weight, or you might have to start gaining weight. You might have to start focusing on your fitness. It's levels to the death and transformation energy, okay? All right, because that's what this card deals with, that death and transformation energy. And I like it. A lot of yellows, some pinks. So remember, yellows deal with consciousness, clarity. So clarity is happening. We got water. Okay, so emotions, sensitivity. We have a lot of air. Everybody outside. So this is energy of, again, being out, getting out of your comfort zone. We got a lot of black. Black deal with the shadow, facing one's. I mean, this is some deep energy. Just know you feel moon. You're feeling, you cord cutting. Okay, I couldn't even get it out. So pyrite work, and I just moved it. I should have kept it over here. Pyrite, y'all work with the crystal pyrite. We have some of these on our website. Okay, work with the crystal pyrite. Pyrite is the Archangel Gabriel stone. Remember, Archangel Gabriel is one of the four archangels. If you got the money book, I told y'all to get for the past 8 months when I've been being on live and all my personal sessions. If you got the money book, you know Archangel Gabriel is one of the four archangels you need to call on for money. Okay, one of the four. It's a couple. It's like 6 or 7, but the main four for ritual purposes to get money and stuff. Because Archangel Gabriel is their Hermes, their Mercury, their speed energy. Because you need a speedster on your spirit team. I want you to understand it. So if you don't know how to build a spirit team, book a private session with me. I'll teach you how to build a spirit team. Because you got to build a spirit team, just like a football team, dance team. You got to build a team. Okay, you got to have trials. Not every spirit or God, goddess, deity, Orisha, Lawal, ancestor you might not get along with. Understand? You got to build up a team, okay? But Archangel Gabriel is here showing up with the energy of pyrite. We also call it fool's gold. It says, let the money flow in, my God. Cancer is one of the richest signs, okay? Because it's their mother energy, it's their birth energy. It's the bright, Sirius star in the sky, okay? Cancer Sirius star energy, it feeds our sun. Okay, we have our local sun, but we also have a spiritual sun, is the star Sirius. Okay, so you know how they say around Leo or late Cancer, we have Lionsgate portal. Lionsgate portal opens up in Cancer season when the sun touches the spiritual sun, Sirius B in Cancer, that mirrors over like it's a twin flame energy with the sun here in the physical over here in our part of the neck of the woods in the galaxy. Okay, so with that, spirit is saying like, get to, oh, shoulders, get to the riches, get to the nourishment, get to that money, get to the bag. And look at this gold color. I just said yellows. Get to that bag, baby. You know what, I'm gonna have to change the title. Get to the bag. That's what I'm feeling. Get to the bag. Get to the bag, y'all. Master your emotions. Get over the stuff and get to the bag. Get to living life how you want to. Okay? So I'm gonna wrap up the reading. I know this is kind of long, y'all. Ooh, it's 55 minutes, almost an hour. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Again, comment, reach out. I love interaction with y'all. Like, I love the feedback. So talk to me. Let me know how y'all full moon experiences are going. But yeah. So again, if you want to know what to do under this full moon, I told you, you got shadow work, checklist stuff to do. But also, you know, taking time for yourself, of course. Self-care is needed. Nourishment, good food is needed. But really, you just need to make sure you're doing the work. That's all I'm going to say. Doing the work and whatever that means for you. Doing the spiritual work. Doing the physical work of your mental health, wellness, and stuff like that. Doing the work for your finances. Doing the work for you to have a good life. That's all I'm going to say. Just do the work. Okay? That's what this full moon is bringing. Do the work. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all again on the next live, on the next video, or our next personal behind the scenes session. I love y'all. Be blessed. Bye bye.